Woo! Super nice. What the? Oh, something flew off. Want to hear the good or the bad news?
A bit of both,
Yeah, good news, car is freaking epic.
Oh, great.
Yeah, not so great news, you have a bit of lighter car.
A bit of
Lighter.
lighter.
Yeah, a piece of roof fell off.
Excuse me? Do you want to show me that?
I just found out as I got out of the car because we're shooting this intro after the lap. Nice carbon roof. And we're missing here something.
Oh. I've seen something similar with this corner in the MX-5s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But,
I don't know, was it factory part or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Completely factory.
Nice. Well, I can tell you where you can find it. You can also ask the marshals, so maybe, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
So it is retrievable.
Yeah, most likely. But great car, I loved it. So thank you very much for making this happen.
Yeah,
So you said to me on the email like it's like over 200 horsepower, 201,
Yeah,
something like that. It's like
got a-
4-cylinder turbocharged, I guess.
Yeah,
Or
I can show you.
yeah, sure thing. And on the outside, Pilot Sport 5 tires, EBC yellow stuff that's smoking nicely when you just after you lose the roof. But it's actually the foundation, the handling, the chassis dynamics of the car was amazing, phenomenal. Oh, look at that! They have an intake.
As exciting as a 1.4 get.
Yeah.
Yeah, Euro compulsion intake.
Nice. And some turbo blanket, heat blanket. That's always nice.
Cannon, that's about it.
Very cool. That's actually a very well sorted setup. Yeah. And then the stuff that you don't replace that just flies off. But yeah, I guess the car is not suited for like 200 plus kilometers per hour. What's the fastest you ever driven with this?
Legally?
Yeah, in Germany. You're in Germany. You have Autobahn.
Probably like 130.
Okay.
No.
So there we go. But yeah, hopefully we can retrieve the roof rail. But
I'd be surprised if you pushed it any quicker than 100.
yeah, no, it was a bit faster. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I loved it. Like I said, just a quick look at the interior. I say everything you need to know about the car during the lap, and in general, big positive surprise. So thanks a lot, and hopefully we can find this back. So just enjoy the lap. All right, welcome aboard of the Fiat. No, we're not allowed to call it the Fiat. Abarth 124. In case you skipped the intro and you just want to go straight to the driving part, this car has different intake, remap, cold tires, and should be running slightly over 200 horsepower. We also are running draggy, of course. That's why, well, camera can only there's a bit of wind noise. Camera is only capturing the RPM gauge, but luckily we have draggy, so we can see the GPS speed where we are on track. So if you want to have the same telemetry for yourself, guys, go to godraggy.com, use the code Misha for extra discount on the device. Alright, so car also has yellow stuff pads from EBC, so it's not the best pad in the world, but alright for a few track sessions and definitely better than stock. Now, the other thing to mention, is there any other thing to mention? We have a carbon rooftop, so the window is not closed properly, but steering is very direct. That I definitely like. So we switched off traction control. There was no option to hold it long and switch off TSC completely, or ESC. But as we saw at the introduction, it was actually quite spicy. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying the car so far from what I've felt. It's super direct on the steering. It's pretty lightweight. It's a bit unfortunate with the wind noise. But I don't know if it comes because of the aftermarket roof or because of something else. But even though the suspension is soft, you might see the body roll as I'm going around. I'm still very confident with it because the feedback from the chassis is super nice. What the... Oh, something flew off. fast for something. Well, I know what it is, but... Well... Oh, brakes, hello. I'm full on the brake and... Oh, you saw them smoking. Isn't that ironic? Because usually I always say that EBC is not a trackpad. I just like them. At least it's yellow and not red stuff. And I was like, yeah, you could do a few drive with this kind of car, and then nothing is happening. Oh well. Well, let's not praise the car too much before some other stuff starts falling off or falling off. I don't know, forced. I mean, stateside supercars is there. We need to do some silly stuff. Let's not praise the car too much before something else is gonna start failing, like brakes or roof or I don't know. I really wonder what we lost there. Maybe they're gonna tell us at the track exit. Heel and toe is very nice. And again, the control is super great. Good. Nice starlet. Still a bit wet. Quite some traffic. Ooh. Is it wet here? That's why he lost it a bit. Could be. Probably Lauda Links is gonna be wet. Are you guys like on purpose driving next to each other or? Yeah, the only problem is I would really prefer stiffer suspension with this car, even though we are having the car in sport mode. The problem is because it's so soft, I mean, you do want to do not necessarily skid, but have a bit of more rotational input. So whenever the car breaks loose, you just control, you counter steer. But the problem now, when it breaks loose, you counter steer. First you have the body roll, a very big body roll, and then it starts steering. So again, it's a road car, it's all good, we're not gonna blame it, we're not gonna complain about it. It's just that suspension for the track or for skids like a GR86 or GT86 would have, it's quite a weak point. But speaking of the GR86, the biggest complaint of GT86 is of course the lack of torque and power. GR86 solves it by having more displacement than the engine, but this is some wetness through here. No, this is turbocharged, so you have a bit more torque, so that's nice. So overall, the chassis offers lots of potential and could be a good daily cruiser or like weekend car, or someone who wants to have something else, something nice. So I don't know how much this car costs brand new, so I'm gonna make a guess, or let's say I'm gonna put a value to it, what I would find fair for this kind of car. I would say, well, we saw the GR86, so I think it should be somewhere around that price level. I would say between 40 to 50,000 euro new. That's something that would possibly be willing to pay, considering what you have alternatives on the market. It may not be as fast as other cars in that particular class, like GR Yaris for example, but can you take the roof off in GR Yaris? Not really. And if you have this, you're gonna try to impress some girls and you have it in red, they're gonna be all over it. If you have a red Yaris, they're gonna be like, why you took your grandma's car? So I think it's actually quite a great car. It's honestly a good looking car in my opinion. So yeah, but if it's gonna be pushing more, might be tricky. I don't know how the reliability of these cars are. Of course, Fiat, you can make jokes about certain things. In the past I used to say the rule of 3 Fs. You cannot have anything No, actually, I'm not gonna say it. You can ask me in person because I don't want to upset brands, people, friends that are working at certain brands. Plus, it doesn't make sense because I disagree with that rule nowadays. Anyway, come on. Wet patch. Hello. Woo. I think I'm gonna be quiet for the next couple of laps and just focus on the drive. Love the in and down this car, really. Right on. Here we are. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna show it to you. We have a full tank of fuel. Can you see it? Yeah. Haven't used anything. And that was a full sand pedal to the metal. Hello? There we go. The verdict, in general, really loved it. Like the way it handles, fantastic chassis tuning. So the chassis development, whoever was responsible for it in the 124, mwah. Suspension, quite soft for the track, like way too soft. Oh, let's see if the marshal is gonna say something that we lost something. Who knows? Or maybe not, or maybe yes. Nope. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. Yeah, so, le verdict. Wait, why am I speaking French if it's an Italian car? Il vedito. I don't know. Right, again, chassis, fantastic. Engine, actually enough power. Like, power and torque, really good. You don't really need more. Like, you could have more, but does it need it? Not really. Better brakes? Possibly, just better pads that can like withstand a bit more, but you saw they were actually quite alright. So again, you know, I'm positively surprised because quite often like these sports cars, they might end up disappointing because it's like, yeah, on paper it's great, but it's when you drive it, it's like meh. So loved it. Really, really cool, really nice. Fantastic weekend car, I would say. You can have decent fun in the mountains for yourself, for your wife, girlfriend, I don't know. It's really cool. I don't know what else to say. It's not lap record killer, but that's not what the purpose of this car is. So, like, for what it is, lots of handling and fun. Maybe a bit more exhaust noise. But I'm sure since it's in the Abarth, like, pops and bangs, like you can have a like world Olympics between Fiesta ST and Abarth guys of pops and bangs. Like, who would win? Would an Abarth or a Fiesta ST win? So yeah, this car probably has probably good potential for pops and bangs if that's your thing. So yeah, loved it, enjoyed it, and on to the next time. Bye.